Good Friday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live weekend forecast update here on your July the 17th, 2026. Well, get ready for a hot, steamy weekend across East Tennessee and North Georgia. We're going to have to deal with some scattered showers and thunderstorms each day through the weekend, and some of them could be on the heavy side. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. And we're going to be watching the tropics very closely over the weekend, as we could be seeing a development of a potential tropical depression, maybe in the northern Gulf. And next tropical storm name is Bertha, so we're going to watch that closely. Right now, nothing imminent, but it's definitely caught our attention for sure. Now, before we get into this full report, if you're new here to the Talking Live Broadcast Channel Facebook page, please give us a follow. And if you happen to be watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And more importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell to be alerted on all our weather updates, just like this one. All right, let's get into today's report, shall we? As we take a live look there in Chattanooga, we got some sunshine. We got some bubbling clouds out there as we're getting some scattered showers and storms starting to erupt a little bit across the region. And also down near Helen as well. We're also getting a little bit of some cloud cover as well as some scattered storms starting to develop here as well. And again, we'll have to watch closely to see if any of these potentially pull severe, like we did have several across Georgia yesterday. Now, as we go and take a look at the local radar, seeing some of that stuff starting to pop over here across North Georgia there, not too far from the Blue Ridge area. You see some showers here near Chattanooga as well for today. And we're going to continue that scattered shower and thunderstorm threat right for Saturday and Sunday, so plan accordingly. You know, as you head into the afternoon hours, we're going to bubble up some storms, and we'll have to watch closely to see if any of these potentially could be on the strong to severe side. Now, temperatures warming up quite nicely already into the middle 80s here early in the afternoon. We'll pop up some 90s as well. There's Calhoun already at 88 degrees. So things kind of warm and steamy out there. So feel like temperatures are going to be up there well into the 90s for sure. Now, regionally looking at the radar, not a whole lot of widespread activity out there, as you can kind of see here. Looking at the Carolinas, pretty dry. As we go and zoom in a little bit closer, you can see some of the scattered storms there across Alabama, Tennessee, and heading up into Kentucky. But definitely just some spotty storms. And also notice these things aren't moving all that fast as well. So again, you get one of these now over you, it'll pulse up, dump some heavy rain, then collapse, and maybe something will form somewhere else. That's your typical summertime pattern here with showers and storms. Looking at the satellite picture, this is the area we're going to be watching. Got this complex of showers and thunderstorms that are moving into the Gulf. It's going to be kind of sandwiched between highs over here. You got the ridge over here, and you got one also off the East Coast as well. It's going to be kind of stuck between the two. So this thing's not going to be in a big hurry. It's going to be sitting in the Gulf, and the Gulf water temperatures are pretty warm. It's just a question of as it will be able to get organized. There's some dry air out there. There's been some Sahara dust out there as well. So there's a couple of things it's going to have to fight if it's going to, in fact, develop into something there. For right now, the Hurricane Center is only giving this thing about a 20% chance. However, I will say the models have been pretty consistent with trying to develop something out there. And the longer it sits out over those warm Gulf waters, the better opportunities for this thing develop. So it would not surprise me to see the probabilities on this go up to the weekend, potentially, if it can overcome some of the negatives that may impede its development. So we're going to watch closely throughout the entire weekend and into next week. Now, excessive rainfall, this is the potential here for today with some of these storms that could be, again, as I said, they're not moving very quickly, so they can obviously dump some pretty heavy rains in a short amount of time. But after today, things do back off. Saturday looks good. Sunday looks good, as well as into next week, Monday and Tuesday. Now, depending on what goes on in the Gulf next week, it could change our forecast later next week. We'll have to watch closely. But for right now, not expecting to have any direct influence from any of that tropical moisture down there for the moment, unless something changes. We'll, of course, keep you updated here as we go into next week. Severe risk today, it is a marginal risk, parts of East Tennessee and North Georgia. This is a level 1. This is about what we saw yesterday. Although technically yesterday we were under a general thunderstorm threat, and we had several severe thunderstorm warnings down toward metro Atlanta, for example, yesterday. Now going into Saturday, it kind of retreats over to the east a little bit, across northeast Georgia and up toward the Knoxville area. And then going into day 3, going into Sunday, it's back over East Tennessee and North Georgia. So just know that you got the opportunity for isolated severe thunderstorms all weekend long. So make sure you got your weather app and your weather radios ready to go just in case one of these storms pop up over you while you're trying to do something, especially if you're outside the lake or pool or something like that. Just make sure you don't stay in the water. Okay, let's go look at the model data here as we look at this. Again, this is going to pop up pretty much isolated storms just about every day. Every day you get the daytime heat, you're going to get some of this stuff. that's going to pop up into the late afternoon and early evening hours. Not a lot of coverage here, folks. So again, some folks will get it and some folks won't. So you know the drill when it comes to this kind of activity here this time of year. So just plan accordingly. Now, I want to pull back a little bit. I want to show this model and show what's going on down here in the Gulf. Again, this is the rapid refresh. You clearly got something spinning around out there going into the weekend. And this thing, like I said, it's kind of stuck between, it's slowly drifting to the west here. And one of my concerns is if this thing drifts far enough west that a trough will pick it up and drag it back this way like that. And perhaps bring it back into the southeast. But again, nothing truly organized. It's going to have to fight some little, environmental things that are not overly great for it. That's going to be a little bit of wind shear, dry air. That's going to be the big thing it's going to be trying to fight. But right now, nothing is official. But as you can see, we got something we got to pay attention to do there, because this has been showing routinely on the models here consistently here for the last couple of days of something spinning up into that area. So stay tuned for updates. All right, let's look at our weather maps here again as we're looking at just scattered showers and thunderstorms here throughout the weekend. We got this front coming down here to the south right there. Below normal temperatures, believe it or not, across the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. Unfortunately, it's also dragging those wildfires up in Canada to smoke right into this zone. So they continue to be have very poor air quality up that way. So if you have any travel plans into the upper Midwest and into the Northeast, please check ahead on that. Now look at your forecast here for tomorrow. Going 91.73 in Chattanooga, 40% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. And you could pretty much repeat that forecast for Sunday. It's not going to change. It's pretty much the same thing. Morning lows here going to be here. It's mostly sitting here into the 70s here for morning lows, and then your afternoon highs here going into the afternoon as you get to the noon hour, getting around 90 degrees or so. And then we'll see, of course, the showers and thunderstorms start to erupt. So we'll get around 91 here by 4 o'clock, and depending on when those storms fire up, we will see if we get anybody to kind of cool down here a bit. And then going into your Saturday morning, once again, we'll see morning lows here down into the 70s. All right. Now, how about the regional forecast? Boy, they're boiling still over here into the Carolinas. See a lot of triple digits and 99-degree temperatures over that way. Of course, that's a little bit of that westerly wind still kind of holding on there to keep them hot. Even showing 100 over in Augusta. Ooh, that's hot. All right, in the next 7 days, here we go. So, going to keep the rain chance, 40-50% there going into Sunday. And then go ahead and drying us out a little bit. Then there's a frontal system that's going to be coming down going into Thursday. Now, I'm not too sure we're going to be that cool there on Friday just yet. Just kind of taking both models are showing something coming down where I think we get some lower humidity. Just a question mark on how cool are we going to get. Mid 80s is great for July, but we'll be optimistic. We'll see how that goes as we go to the end of next week. Again, with these thunderstorms that are going to pop up every day, I do have a free gift for you out there watching out there. You can download the free weather app from North Georgia Majestic Weather. You can find it in the Apple Store as well as Google Play for your Android users and for your Apple users out there. Go ahead and download this great weather app. It's going to alert you when the rain approaching your area, lightning nearby, severe weather alerts, hour-by-hour forecasts, as well as a future cast. Kind of see where that radar is expected to go. And this brought to us by our weather app sponsor, Roof It Forward out of Woodstock, Georgia. If you are in Georgia and you do need a replacement roof, you've been putting it off, give these guys a call, okay? They will take care of you, give you some great customer service, best quality products, and they give a portion of every job back to local children's charity. They truly do pay it forward. It's a win-win all around. Check those guys out. All right, let's go take a look here at what you got for the weekend, man. I'm telling you, you got hot weather, you got steamy weather, you got scattered thunderstorms, and of course, we're going to keep our eye on the tropics going into next week. So we got a lot to keep an eye on for you this weekend. So check back in here on Monday, and we'll see how things are progressing. Hopefully, we get a little cool down, and hopefully, the tropics don't cause us any problems. All right, you guys have a great, safe weekend, and remember to follow us on Facebook, and also make sure that you hit that subscribe button over on YouTube. We'd love to have you on board with us. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you on Monday. You guys enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.